My sister cheated with her ex before her wedding, got pregnant, and now it's somehow my fault her husband found out. I know this sounds like a messy soap opera, but it's my life right now, and I'm not even sure how I got into the middle of it. Let me start from the beginning. My sister, Lena, 34F, married her husband, Evan, 36M, about 13 years ago. From the outside, they looked like the perfect couple. Evan was kind, loyal, and treated Lena like she was the only person in the world. They had a beautiful house, a decent life, and a 12-year-old daughter, Bella, who was Evan's pride and joy. But there's a dark side to this story. You see, a few months before the wedding, Lena had a fling with her ex-boyfriend, Jake. The affair was short-lived and ended before the wedding, but what my sister didn't know was that she'd gotten pregnant. When she found out she was expecting, she chose to keep quiet. She married Evan, knowing there was a chance that Bella wasn't his, but she justified it by saying, "Who would even want to know?" and convinced herself that Bella was Evan's heart and soul. Flash forward to last month. Evan invited me and my family over for Bella's birthday. I didn't think anything of it. Evan and I had a great relationship, and I always thought of him as a brother. I love Bella like she's my own niece. So, while we're all having a good time, I happen to notice that Bella has started to look a lot like Lena's ex, Jake. She has his eyes, his laugh, and even some of his mannerisms. It was just an observation, maybe it was the wine talking. I thought it was a harmless joke, and I laughed about it to Lena. You ever notice how Bella's got Jake's exact smirk? I chuckled, thinking she'd roll her eyes and shrug it off. Instead, her face went pale and she snapped, "Don't ever say that again." I thought I'd touched a nerve and backed off, figuring she was just embarrassed. The next day, things exploded. Update number 1. Apparently, my joke planted a seed in Evan's head, and he decided to get a paternity test just to be sure. A week later, I got a call from Lena. She was sobbing, barely coherent, saying I'd ruined her life. I had no idea what she was talking about until she told me that the test results came back, and Bella wasn't Evan's. Evan didn't just confront Lena about it. He was furious. He told her that he'd been raising another man's child for over a decade, that he'd spent 13 years living a lie. In his anger, he lashed out, physically. Lena ended up with bruises, a sprained wrist, and a black eye. I don't condone what he did, but I could understand the rage he felt. And now, because of my stupid comment, I'm being painted as the villain. Update number 2. Now my whole family is in chaos. Lena's staying at our parents' house, and Evan has kicked her out. My mom and dad are blaming me, saying I had no business saying what I did. They told me I should have known better than to bring up Jake, that my joke was the reason their perfect family shattered. Here's the thing though, I genuinely had no idea. I thought it was a joke, a funny comment. I didn't know about Lena's secret, and I definitely didn't think Evan would go to the extent of a paternity test. But now my family has been talking about disowning me for ruining my sister's life and Bella's family. Update number 3. How do I make this right? I don't know what to do. I love my family, but the anger they have toward me feels so unfair. Lena was the one who cheated, who lied, who kept this secret from everyone, including her daughter. Yet I'm the one who's being treated like the villain. My mom told me I should apologize to Lena and beg her forgiveness, but it feels twisted. I've thought about reaching out to Evan to apologize, but I don't even know what to say. Part of me wonders if he deserves to know that this was never my intention, that I never meant to pry into their lives. On the other hand, it feels like no apology could fix the pain he's feeling. Bella is shattered, Lena is a wreck, and I'm left here wondering how one comment blew up into this nightmare. Comment responses. Commenter: why didn't your sister just come clean years ago? Good question. I think Lena was terrified of losing Evan and convinced herself that Bella was his. But it's wild how she still blames me for this. Commenter: your family is gaslighting you. You didn't cheat, you didn't lie. Don't let them twist it. Thank you. Sometimes I feel like I'm losing my mind, like I'm the villain, but reading this helps. Commenter: have you tried talking to Evan about your side of the story? Not yet. I'm scared he might hate me even more. But maybe it's worth a shot. Final update. Yesterday I decided to call Evan. I figured he deserved to know my side of things, and I just wanted him to know I never meant to meddle in their lives. He answered, and at first he was quiet. But after I explained, he sighed and said, "You know, none of this is your fault. Lena dug her own grave." It felt like a weight lifted off my chest. Evan told me he's moving forward with a divorce, and that he's struggling with the reality of never seeing Bella the same way. It's devastating, but he thanked me for reaching out. As for my family, they're still divided. My parents are standing by Lena, saying I owe her an apology for the hurt I caused. But my brother has been on my side, saying that while this whole thing is a mess, I am not the one who lied. How do I make this right? Maybe I can't, but at least I'm starting to realize it was never my mistake to fix.
Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you won't miss any future content. Sharing this with a friend really helps the channel grow too, so if you know someone who'd enjoy it, send it their way. Thanks for the support, and I'll see you in the next one.